Hello, everyone. Thank you very much for being here today. Um, we are actually taking a couple of days to do these presentations, these art talks for the artists that we represent or people that we admire in our personal account. Sadly, we were censored by Instagram yesterday for 3 days. We forgot to put the right cover and an image, and we got a censorship. But anyway, thank you very much for joining me today. Today we're going to be talking to a legend. His name is Uwe Ommer. He's a German photographer who I admire very much, and we are now getting the chance to represent his work. And we are incredibly delighted to talk to him from France. And we're going to talk about his career and his work. So I'm waiting for him to connect. Uwe, thank you so much. How are you?
Well, I'm very much and very frightening because you told me it's a very easy thing to do, but
It is, and you have the help of your
yet,
family connecting us with Instagram. Oh God, the communication is getting a little tricky. Let's take a look. Can you hear me well?
no,
Can you hear me well now? Can you
talk.
hear me?
Well, it's a little bit. Hello?
In
No.
and out. Let's take
Yeah,
a
yeah.
yes. Okay. Who
Okay.
will have the great help of his grandchildren and fans.
No, it works now.
Okay, perfect. Thank you very much for being here today with us. We're going to talk about your amazing career and amazing images that you have done through your life. And how did everything started, Uwe? You were born in Germany, but now you're living in France. How come?
Well, I was in Germany born, and I was studying in Germany, but in one time I got very interested in photography, and I wanted to go to Paris, and I told my parents I go there to learn better French. So in 1 year, I would be back, but I never get back.
How long was that?
That is now 60 on something.
Amazing. And you have your amazing career in France, doing the most spectacular photo shoots for one of the biggest companies of around the world, from airline companies, from motorcycle companies. But you're also very interested in the multicultural world. You have traveled all around the universe documenting this. So I am going to Uwe because it's such a big body of work. I'm gonna start it, talking about this fantastic series of black and white images that you took in Rue de Mulet. Tell us
I,
about that sense.
sorry?
Tell us about this black and white vintage image that you took in 1964 in Paris.
Yeah. That is the first thing I did it in Paris, because I had a little apartment, a little studio, and it was very close to this street, very simple and interesting street. Every weekend I went there because there was a market, and I photographed the people in the market. And I did that for over 1 year.
Oh,
And in these times, there was a gallery in the same street, and I they organized an exhibition with these pictures, And that was very interesting because many people from the street came to the exhibition,
To see
and
their own
then
faces.
that was the first exhibition what I had ever done.
Amazing. It is very beautiful because it captured the story of that street, and at the same time the spirit of the people kind of joining, the 60s towards fashion, and you not only photograph the people, but you only went and photograph the fashion of them, and they're part of the history.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was a very, very interesting moment because the people in the street were very different from the model what we had, but and they look on very strangely to her. They didn't know what she was doing, and she didn't buy anything in the market.
She just went to show her clothes. And
Yeah,
then, you did some experiments in color with these beautiful kids rolling, around the street, and these children's sort of
yeah,
play around.
yeah. That was my actually the first work I did professional because I worked I was an assistant to a very known photographer, and he had a client who was Total, the company, and they wanted to make a calendar with children, and so he gave me the work, and he said, "You can do what you want. You can photograph what you want, but it has to be
Children's.
the the different, yeah." And that was very strange also this because we made these photographs right with just these little children. There was no any how to say
Any pose or anything. It was very casual.
yeah,
Yeah.
it was not there was not a casting or so. We just got out of the street, and I had made this little car, and then I found some children, and and they did it.
How
This was
wonderful. It's a beautiful piece of history. How many books you have published?
uh, I think about 23.
23 books. It's so
Yeah.
funny because I was talking to somebody, and you have really document multicultural women for all around the world, not only Asian women,
Mm.
Black American women, Black women, lady boys in Thailand. It's amazing how interesting is to see your interest for this particular subject of documenting race within beauty. Why that particular fascination about it?
Well, that is the same thing. The first time that I had seen a black model was in France. In Germany, there was no black models, and and this girl, an African girl, was in a she was in Russia, and she came from time to time to make photographs in France. It was the how we see.
It was the only model, the only black model in France.
Yeah, yeah, I think so. And I really was very impressed. And I made for years photographs with her. And then after in one point, I had never wished or to make a book with a girl, but then when in the 60s, no, in the 80s, when ich made the Pirelli calendar,
Yeah.
In the Bahamas, I was shooting on the beach, and there were three girls, local girls, they were all naked in the water, and one was was thin, one was medium, and one was very large. So, so I asked them if I could make a picture from them, and they do that. And this picture is the beginning of the idea to make a book with African black ladies.
How beautiful. You certainly break out that pioneer, because at the moment in Europe, you know, a black model was something that was not seen. You know, you were one of the pioneers, and with 20 something books around, you know, we start to explore your work, and we realize that it's been an incredible um, search within beauty, but at the same time, you know, with humanity, and we love that. Tell us about these pieces. We lost you for a second. Hello? Somebody's calling.
Yeah,
Somebody
yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So tell us about these pieces that you intervene, you know, part of this selection that we're showing now. I'm trying to, oh my God, we lost in a little bit. Hello? Hello? I cannot hear you. Okay, we're gonna need to call his young family to let us know why we cannot hear you. We can't hear you. Uwe? Perfect.
Yes,
now it's
I'm
good.
back.
Perfect. Thank you. So tell us about,
Yeah.
you know, when you start to intervene your pictures, not only photographing them, but make them unique, such as the one that you have in your back and the one that we're showing for this particular series of women's.
The picture in the back is work with neon. Hello?
Yes.
Are you back? This is a picture with neon. You see the light in this girl.
Beautiful.
We make this photograph. It's a black and white photograph. I made many of them, and I always made a cut out the
print.
No, that's not a print. It's a neon. It's a light.
Oh, beautiful.
You know.
Wow. It's really fantastic.
You can see.
Yes, very well. Very nice. Very nice. You know, you have been that much of a commercial photographer anyway. You know, many of your pieces just starting to become collectible at this moment. You were working commercially and accumulating work and starting to do this art work where you intervene the pieces with materials. And it's funny because I was talking to a very famous collector in Germany, and I mentioned your name, and he said, "Oh my God, he's a legend. He's a legend."
Well,
That's fantastic. So we're going back talking about your fascination to photograph Black women and women in general. And then you did this amazing series that we love, which is called Les Acrobats. You know,
yes.
tell us about it. How does it start?
Well, I had an idea to make women with in um, I tried to find some contor contor contortists.
Contortionist.
Yes, and I couldn't find any. And so I went to see how I could make these photographs. And at that point, there was noch no Photoshop, but there was one very big um, like it's how can you do a lab
Okay.
where you could do uh,
Sort of like make them to be contortionists on their own with a big light.
no, these pictures are basically all three parts. I made the photo very simple in the studio, and then there was a machine he could
Okay.
already do some montage, you know.
Oh, montage and manipulation of the image.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, they're quite fantastic. So basically, you photograph the image, the model a couple of times, and then you sort of manipulate the image and create
yeah,
one.
yeah,
Yeah. And
yeah.
then you paint on it in a way.
No, no, not at all. The background is a piece of made of paper, which is had paint, and so we put this and then in the background.
Understood. They look amazing because they look almost like vintage pictures, but they realize that you didn't know long, like maybe what in the 90s or in 2000.
Now it's 1991.
In the 90s. Amazing. That's 30 years ago to be able to discover this amazing,
Right.
these particular images are just precious. Then you went really into deep color doing this, beautiful series in color, very saturated, which is Le Voile, and then you just confront the image of the body of the woman towards a glass or a clear.
No, it's um, um, a club. It's a cloth. It's wet.
Oh,
It's oil.
right.
It's just a stop
Oh
of
wow! So you wet the lady's fabric with oil,
right.
and then you took the images. It's so funny. They're so beautiful and so poetic, in a way. I saw they were in a way pictures that you were doing towards a piece of glass, where the woman pressed the body toward the glass.
No. It was soft because
Oh,
voilà. Hello.
and you did it in France.
Sorry.
You did it in Paris. This.
Yeah.
And
I
and
did
you
that.
know this series comes in a limited edition prints. They're very small editions, which are only six, and they're just very precious. And we're gonna have them all for sale in our pages at RC and Arsper and First Steps, and they're just they're very precious. And then, you know, you travel all around the world and you did the series called the card postals, you know.
Yeah, yeah. That was my idea because um, what before when you got somewhere and you wrote a postcard to your friend or so husband or whatever, and most of the people then on the postcard they put a little the said on the postcard, this is the hotel where I am, or this is a place where I am, and then she wants to be in the postcards. So
It's funny. That's how I discovered your work. You know, I was walking into the art fair in Istanbul Modern, and I saw this fantastic image that I'm showing here, and it's in my background, and I was
yeah,
fascinated by, you know, and I decided to buy it and bring it to America. I guess it's a little bit of a piece of Istanbul in my mind.
did you go to the hammam?
Yes, that's my
Yeah,
favorite. My first stop when I go to Istanbul, I go straight to the hammam for a couple of hours, and I just get out like new.
yeah,
You know,
yeah. I
the
got
funny thing is that now they have the men's day and the women's day, so it's you know it's very it according to your taste.
yeah,
So
yeah, yeah.
and all these places you travel all around the world, you know, Egypt, Kenya, you brought these particular images of this lady and just decided the Antarctica and just placed it in these postcards, and they're just precious. I wanted to talk now and continue reviewing your work, and this Maurice, you know, which is one of the latest work. Now, what year you on the 2000s, right?
Yes, yeah. Marisa, hello?
Yes.
Yes, yeah. This girl, Marisa Papen, I don't know if your name is. Did you hear from her? No.
No, I haven't heard from her, but I
She
think
is
that
very famous. She is well known from all over the world, and the only thing does is work, be photographed by a photographer and naked. She is not a model. Enfin, she is not a model, but she is really
a work of art, I would say. The body.
yeah, yeah, and so somebody talked me. I had a friend who showed her my pictures, so she called me, and the first thing I did, we made a calendar in Congo because she wanted to see animals. So
Wonderful.
we went to the Congo, and we were in a park, in a big park, but there was no animal, not one. We spent 10 days, and we never saw any animal. But so we had the idea to make the little animals
Yes.
with
Fake animals.
the fake animals,
Yeah.
and so I bought some animals, and then we put it in the voila. So she makes the calendar, and I like it. It's great. And this girl is really, she has no problem. She can go here everywhere. She became famous in Paris because she came on the she interviewed in at the TV, and she came all say she came in uh, total naked.
Oh, wow, interesting. You know, it is so funny. You know, what I love about this particular series also without the animals is the integration between nature and the human body in these spectacular positions, or
Yeah,
finding images like this, like the total black next to this, you know, the body, and you see nature involved with the body without any sexuality. More than anything, it's just, you know,
yeah, yeah.
yeah,
That's
yeah.
that's the that is what she does. She does uh, she wants to nature. That's what I call her nature, because she is really uh, naked anywhere. Uh, she walks with only shoes or stuff like that. It's incredible.
It's very free. You know, I can see pose posing this lady next to these African, I guess, Congo security guards.
Hola. Yes, that was an idea from her.
No,
Um, sorry.
I see the security guards totally shocked. I'm very
Yeah,
nervous.
yeah. No, but
Yeah,
I put.
yeah.
Sorry.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Yeah. Um, I photographed the rangers first in in a place, and after that, I told them to go, and then I put Marisa in the middle. You you understand? You
It is.
understand?
It's really amazing. Very shocking. I love because you know, even so, you've been working from the '60s. You were part of the generations of the '60s, '70s, '80s, '90s, 2000. You're still working. You're still active, and now you're putting together for the first time your work. Of you know, for the couple of years ago, out there again. You know, reviewing these images and intervening. What is your next project, Uwe?
Well, in the moment, I'm working on a project in my garden. I have a house in the country and a big garden and with many trees. And very close there is a big wood. And I make a project with women who like trees.
Mm-hmm.
Trees are very in the now. I don't actually
Erotic?
no. Well, you can sell it. It's erotic, but uh, it, it is now that women or men also uh, uh, try to talk to a tree, you know.
Okay.
So that's what I'm working on too.
And it's gonna be a book too, or
But it's difficult to know so what nowadays to make a book like this, you know. Um, it's
you have a big fan and passion. You know, they really love to publish your books.
yeah, I know, but it is very difficult to my last books, I had to make myself. It's many editors are not making book anymore, or you have to pay to do that, and it's really a shame.
Yeah, it is difficult. But anyway, we're very pleased now to have your work available through our websites. And, we are very, happy to have such a legend as you are, still working and still producing amazing work. For us, it's just certainly a big privilege to count, as people can get your artwork and your, you know, it's important, so many photographers print big, largest editions. You are just doing small editions and make them very precious. I'm very happy with mine in particular. They're printed in a beautiful way. So that's the reason that we decided a way to contact you, and we are very happy to have you. Uwe, thank you very much for your time. I really appreciate it. I know it has been a little bit difficult to get in touch.
Yeah.
But thank you very much.
I thank you, and I'm ashamed. I'm a little bit ashamed because my English was not so.
I think it's perfect. I think it's perfect.
Okay.
For a person
Anyway.
that have worked, I think it's perfect, and it's lovely to be able, for our art platform, we are not only supporting young artists, we wanted also to bring alive artists like you that have write a memory, through the years, and we are delighted to have, your artwork, and we invite everybody to see the conversation that is also going to be at the Art Design Project. And thank you very much. I wish you the best. And we keep in touch.
Do you see that?
Yes, my Miami. All my best.
And you, New York.
Oh, my New York. Oh, what great. Thank you so much, Uwe. All my best to you and your family.
Thank you. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.